I would say kind of like a skinnier version of Zach from Zach Brown Band. Like he had the same beard, same kind of look.
Zach Brown.
Okay, so you walk into the house where 8 people had been murdered back in 1912. You walk into the house, and what's the house like inside?
I mean, it is just eerie because there's no electricity, so it's dark. So it's just dark in there. And you walk in, and you're in the kitchen. So you got the little stove over there, the little kitchen table, and like an old ice box. And it's old wood floors, and everything creaks. And
could you feel any sort of spirit when you walked into the house?
Not immediately. No, you don't feel it right when you walk in. It's not like it hits you. But I think they want you to get comfortable before anything happens. They want you to not run out of the house immediately, I guess. They want you to feel welcome, or they want you to be like, yeah, come on in, you're safe. And then later they start, doing whatever they do.
So when you guys get there and there's nothing to do in there, I mean, you can't play PlayStation. So what time do you get there and what do you do for the first couple hours?
We got there at 6:30 p.m. and we went Facebook Live at 7. We're on there for 45 minutes. And then we went back out, like we got done with that. We're like, all right, let's just chill. We sat in the living room, and we just kind of talked, like, what are we expecting? What are we going to do? What do we do? We were going over scenarios. If this happens, what do we do? If this happens, what do we do? And, like, we were talking about, are we going to sleep in the beds? And are we going to, sleep in the attic where they believe the murderer hid all day because they found cigarette butts in the attic?
Wow.
Oh, what?
I did see. I was watching your Facebook Live last night, and you were just staring at some balls.
Well, he said that if you, like, roll the balls or if you say, hey, do you want to play with the ball, they'll roll them to you. So I was trying to roll the ball, and then I tried to leave the ball there to see if it would roll. They would roll it back to me, and, that didn't work. It was like, okay, maybe they're not wanting to play ball. You know what I'm saying?
Were there stories about each of the people that were murdered in the house?
Yes, they had little, like, plaques in each room saying, this person age 8, this person age 11 were in this bed. And then the mom and dad were in this bed. These 2 kids were in this bed. It was just like, oh, my gosh.
Lunchbox is on the phone with us right now. He's in the car driving back, but he spent the night last night in a house where in 1912, 8 people were murdered. No electricity. Did you sleep in the bed or did you go sleeping bag?
Sleeping bag. I tried. I did lay in the beds. Like, I laid there, and I just wanted to see if I could be visited by their spirits, I guess you call it. And I am not joking. I was in the upstairs bed, and I laid my head on one pillow. And I'm not joking. The pillow next to me had an indentation. And I was out of the bed. No more bed for me.
Did it have an indentation already in it before you laid down?
Not that I remember.
Okay, but there's a chance you didn't look at it.
There is a chance I didn't look at it, but I was out of that bed in about 0.23 seconds because I was like, no, and I ran down the stairs, and that was the last of that room. That was it. I wasn't going back.
At what point in the night did you start to get sleepy?
By 2 a.m., I get sleepy because the adrenaline starts wearing off. You're starting to come down a little bit, starting to feel more comfortable. And then, you want to know what happened to us that really just set it over the edge?
Yes.
Yeah,
you want to know?
That's why we're here. Yeah, we want to know.
Okay. It's like 2:30 in the morning, and a car drives by. And they stop. They reverse, stop in the middle of the intersection, turn off their lights, and sit there. Then they pull up and park right outside the house with all their lights off, and they just sit in the car. 2 people, they're not on their phones, they're just sitting there. And I'm like, is this relatives of the people that were killed in this house? Like, what is going on?
Or is it listeners of the show that knew you were in the house?
And they sat there for 20 minutes. They weren't taking pictures. They weren't, like, lit up by their phone. They were just sitting in the freaking dark. Not cool.
But what's scary about that?
What's scary about that? I don't know what their intentions are. I'm already in here dealing with spirits. Now I got to deal with the people on the outside. I got people on the inside and the outside trying to get me. Not cool.
Oh.
Did you feel, let's get to the $1 million question here. Did you feel like there were spirits in that house?
Absolutely. 100%.
What made you feel that
I-
way, other than people telling you that it's happened to them?
No, I was sitting there. I did the chair challenge, which the guy told me about. It's where you take a chair and you sit with your back right at the opening of the attic where the killer was hiding, and you just face forward and you sit there for 20 minutes in the dark. Just sit there. Just sit there. And I mean, I am not joking. Something banged. Something banged, and I freaked out, and I said, did you guys hear that? And the people on Facebook Live heard it, and then they said, ask him to do it again. I said, will you do it again? And whoever was there did it a freaking again.
He's using the word freaking a lot.
Yeah,
But-
he is.
Are you sure it was no one that was secretly in the house, or
Yeah.
it wasn't those people in the
No,
car?
there wasn't anybody in the house.
But
Like,
they have a
there's
remote control automated, like, okay, make that noise again. Burr, burr.
No, that guy told me, he said, listen, I said, well, you're not going to come around and mess with us, right? He goes, no, man. Like, I want you to experience it. I've been through it. I've been in this house hundreds of times, spent the night, and I've experienced it all. There's so many things that go on. He goes, you'll have your own experiences. I'm not even going to tell you what to expect because everybody has different experiences. There is no remote control. There was no. It was a bang, and I heard it, and there's spirits in that house.
We're gonna
There's
come
spirits
back
in the freaking house.
in the freaking house.
Freaking,
We're gonna
yeah.
come back with Lunchbox in a few minutes because we have audio. We're gonna play some of it, read you some Facebook comments. Now we're getting to the nitty gritty,
Okay.
to what he thinks happened to him.
Oh.
Is your cousin still in the car with you?
He is still in the car with me, and he's on edge.
Okay, we may talk to him too.
Yeah, I would like to hear somebody else.
Lunchbox and his cousin driving back from the murder house. We'll talk to them in just a little bit. We'll check back in like 5 minutes or so. All right. Let's do Morgan Wallen chasing you. Do we believe there's a ghost in there?
Nah, no
No.
chance.
I need
No
to
way.
hear another segment with him.
grow. The Bobby Bone Show.
Here's a voicemail we got last night after she was watching Lunchbox's Facebook Live at the murder house.
I have been having nightmares all night. I watch LB's Facebook Live, and I keep having nightmares. I cannot wait to hear an update. I have to be at work in a few hours, and I have to get my kids ready for virtual learning. And instead of trying to sleep some more, I'm checking my phone again to check on LB.
Well, he made it out alive. We just talked to him. We'll talk to him again in the next segment. I have some audio I'm going to play from last night. We'll talk to his cousin that was there. I'll also do my big story of the day and take your calls. 877-77-BOBBY. Back next.
Hey, the Bobby Bone Show.
We will check back in with Lunchbox in about 2 minutes. Now let's do the big story.
Bobby's Big
Story.
Have you heard about the Phil Collins situation?
I haven't.
Okay, here's a little Phil Collins for you. This is In the Air Tonight. This story is wild. So the Miami Herald has went through a bunch of court documents. There's an injunction against his ex-wife. Her name is Orianne Seavey. Listen to this. According to a lawsuit filed last week, Phil Collins is suing her for armed occupation and takeover of their $33 million home that he bought in 2016 and owns 100% of. It also claims that she changed the entry codes for the alarms, turned away real estate agents who wanted to show the place, and hired armed security guards to protect the place.
Oh.
This is bonkers.
This is his ex-wife,
For
you said?
real?
So it was a little story here, too.
Okay.
So, also, she broke up with him via text in August and then went off and got with a musician friend. Despite the fact that they're so over, she still wants to live in the $33 million mansion. They met in 1994 when he was on tour in Switzerland. She was 21. He was 44. They got engaged, got married in 1999, had 2 kids, split up in 2006. She got a $46.7 million settlement in 2006 when they split. 10 years later, the couple said, hey, we're back together. Living with the kids. It all seemed like it was going pretty well. Then in August, she broke up with him again via text, which is so weird.
Yeah.
At that stage, you need more than a text. Listen, I was the king of ghosting for a few years of my life. And even I'm here going, you need to do a little more than a text at that point. You have kids, for Pete's sake. Said, hey, she's going to Vegas. She was marrying a businessman, musician, 15 years younger than her. The new couple are threatening, and they're going to stay there, and they're going to use force. An injunction is urgently needed to get an armed occupation ended there.
Dang, what a mess.
They hired security to protect the house. One last thing. In the complaint, Phil Collins is also concerned about his memorabilia in the house. It's his house, including multiple awards and instruments. He believes there is a substantial risk that she or her new husband will remove, conceal, or destroy valuable and irreplaceable personal property.
Oh, my.
This is a real situation here.
Yeah. Send in the National Guard.
We got to go full Waco on this place.
Yeah, what in the world? It's not right.
And that's somebody who is extremely fortunate, rich, has all the resources, and still can't get in his own house.
Yeah.
Because she hired security. Is that squatting? Is she squatting?
Yeah, but then don't squatters ultimately end up winning?
Yeah. Once when I moved out of my condo because it had flooded and they had started rebuilding it back with insurance, we thought a squatter was squatting in it. Remember we sent Lunchbox to the ceiling?
Oh, that's right.
To find out if there was a squatter there?
Yeah.
There wasn't, but I thought there was about a 50% chance there was a squatter there. All right, that's your big story.
Bobby's Big
Story.
On the phone with us right now, Lunchbox, who is near Kansas City right now in his car. He spent the night in the murder house in Iowa last night where 8 people were murdered in 1912. He said when you walked in different rooms, there were different plaques up of the people that were murdered. A really eerie situation. Now, you say without a doubt you felt spirits in that house, right, Lunchbox?
Yes.
What was
can't
the
explain it any other way?
What was the scariest part of the night for you?
Let's say 5:15 in the morning, laying down on the living room floor, and the closet door upstairs slammed. And that was it. I was done. That's when we hit the road. That's when I was out. I was out.
So you felt, you heard, you saw the closet door slam.
No. Just heard it. I'm downstairs. There's no one else. There's no one else in the house. Like, there's no other. Who could it have been? It had to be the spirit slamming the closet door. It was closed when I was there, and it, boom. Tell me what else it could have been. No chance. That's when feet don't fail me now, as Bobby says, in the car, let's get the heck out of here.
Well, it could have been a lot of things. Air pressure,
Something
seasons
fell.
are changing.
Yeah.
Do you feel like there's any chance a spirit grabbed onto your shirt and is still with you right now?
No, because before I left, when I was getting out of the house, I did stop and tell them to please stay there.
Did you have a conversation? Did you go through the checklist that I gave you when you got to the house?
I did the whole checklist. I didn't do it all right when I got there. Like, I waited. Like, I didn't want to just get done with all the things. I waited to do Candyman. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning. Like, I wanted to make sure it was nighttime and they knew that I wasn't going anywhere and I was going to be there. That I wasn't just coming in, dine and dash.
Here is last night during Lunchbox's Facebook Live. He did 2 rounds. The first time he did at 7 Central, where he showed the home. The second one is where things got creepy, they say. He was told by the tour guide of the chair challenge, where you're supposed to sit in a chair with your back facing the attic. The tour guide said that most people don't last the full 20 minutes. And so this is audio of what? Of the bang, or just him talking?
This is where I heard the first time.
Okay, here we go.
What was that? Did you guys hear that? What was that? That was it. That's what I heard.
Okay, let's hear it again. Just that clip. That's it right there.
That's loud.
Yeah.
That's it.
And what did you think that was?
When I don't know. That's what I'm saying. That's when I was sitting in the chair, and I didn't know if I just made that noise up in my head or if they could hear it on Facebook Live too, but they heard it on Facebook Live, and then someone said, ask them to do it again. And so I did, and that was the second time. That was the second time I said, hey, do that again if you're here. And boom. That's what happened. Yeah. Don't tell me. So, I mean, like if they're doing things on command, don't tell me there's not spirits in there. It's easy. Yeah, you guys are real tough, Eddie. Oh, no, there ain't no spirit from 700 miles away. Real funny.
Hey, Mike, are these all clips we have? No, that was just his cast. Okay, did you do the Ghostbusters thing?
Yes, I mean, I'm bringing all that tomorrow.
Okay.
I got it all.
It's a tease. He's teasing me.
Nice.
And listen, and the guy told me, just take random pictures because when you look at them back, you may see things that you had no idea were there. And I'm like, okay. And he's like, the other day, my 11-year-old daughter was in here, and she just set her phone up to film a little bit and saw something go through. I'm telling you.
On Facebook last night, a couple comments from Gummy Sig. I grew up with a family ghost back in Iceland. He's telling me you were not alone in there. There are 3 people other than the 2 living folks in the house right now.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
So like all ghosts all over the world communicate?
Yes, so they probably have instant messenger.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Landers Katriana said someone is behind you and has been this entire time.
What?
See,
That's creepy.
see.
Rainy Damon says, my husband can see and talk to spirits. He's been watching with me and said a kid is sitting beside you. Another kid on the floor. They are with you.
What? Do you think some people can see them?
That's an interesting question.
Yeah.
Do there is no way I could possibly know if someone can see a spirit as a people
can't
have
prove that.
People have gifts that I don't understand. Have I ever met anyone that I believe can? No. But would I absolutely rule out that people can see things that others can't? Of course not. I don't know they can't.
Yeah, I know. I mean, that's why I'm asking.
I would bet if you're like, here's $100, bet on either side, and then we'll tell you the real truth. I would bet no. However, I can't prove it. And I'm never going to be someone who speaks definitive about things that aren't. So, I mean, I don't believe Facebook guy, but still.
What do you think that sound was, though?
A door.
I don't know.
Oh.
It sounded like a
Hey,
cabinet.
Lunchbox,
maybe.
can I talk to your cousin who's in the car with you?
Yeah. Can I put it on speaker? He's driving. Is that going to be okay?
That'll be okay.
All right. Say hello. Hello.
Andrew,
Yes.
do you think there were ghosts in that house?
There was something. I didn't like any of that.
No, I'm serious, though. If someone held a gun to your head and said, are there ghosts? If you say the wrong answer, you're going to... What would you say?
Yes.
Why?
There were just too many noises and too much going on that was like, I think we were freaking each other out a little bit, but there was just too much unexplained over the night. I didn't like that.
Lunchbox said you guys played Underwear Tickle in the middle of the night.
No, he did not say that. No, we didn't play that.
Okay, just making sure.
Wasn't on the list.
What?
It wasn't on the checklist.
Oh. Andrew, do you believe in ghosts or spirits and that they haunt things? Did you believe in it before you did the trip with Lunchbox?
I would say I respect that it was a possibility, but that I wasn't really planning on having an experience.
So you two both, to a man, will say that there are ghosts in that house and you believe that house is haunted.
Yes, for sure.
Lunchbox?
Yes, for sure. And I don't know if haunted is the right word, but there are ghosts that live in that house. The spirits live there. I don't know if that means haunted or what, but there's something in there, and they move around and they do things, and they
I'm told what we have for audio tomorrow is real good.
Okay.
He introduces himself to the spirits. He sings Ghostbusters and see if they'll say it back. Like, who are you going to call?
So they could respond.
Yeah, he does a ghost joke to see if we hear ghost laughter. And sometimes you don't even know until you hear it back.
Yeah.
It's like taking pictures.
Yeah.
I made that up, but that's
Oh,
fun.
I was
That's
like,
fun.
yeah.
No.
The photograph.
That's fun, yeah.
It works in audio too.
What?
Bobby, that's true. That's true. Sometimes he said you'll play back audio and you'll hear things that you did not hear the first time. Like there'll be things in there that you'll have no idea even happened until you hear it back.
Okay. Hey, I'm super pumped you went. I think this has been a fantastic segment that took 3 months. If you can milk something, holy mother, this is a dairy farm. We just milk the crap out of this. So, first of all, Lunchbox, you get our approval. That was fantastic. When you come back, just as a gift to you and your wife, as a way for me to say thank you, I'm going to send you guys to a very nice dinner because I think you deserve it after this. And we can't wait to see your beautiful face tomorrow morning.
Oh, my gosh. I'm just glad that my face is still alive. Like, I'm just really glad I'm going to see your faces again. Halfway through the night, I was starting to worry that things were going wrong. And, here's something we probably did that was probably dumb. You want to hear something we did that was pretty dumb?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Say yes.
We played, the U.S. Opoly gave us the new Trivial Pursuits, a horror edition, and we played it in the house. That may have been poking the spirits a little bit.
What was that game like?
It was all like trivia about horror movies.
That does seem like it would mess with my head. Just putting ideas like seeds in your brain, of course, some of them are going to sprout. Yeah, that was probably a pretty terrible idea. Is that game pretty scary?
Yeah, it's pretty scary. I mean, it's all about scary movies. So if you love scary movies or you like to be freaked out, it's a fun game.
What's it called?
And we left it. We left the game in the house so the kids could play.
Oh.
What's it called?
It's called USA Opoly. It's a Trivial Pursuit horror edition.
Okay. Oh, cool.
Oh, so yeah, I'm sure they appreciate that you left them a game to play.
The U.S. Opera people want their game back. I just got told. They're going to need you to go back.
No. They can go on up. It'll be there.
All right, there he is. One more time for Lunchbox, everybody, who spent the night in a murder house and will bring us back. I'm going to let him take the first part of the morning or some of the morning off tomorrow. But he's going to come in, and then we're going to play this audio when he comes in, okay?
Awesome.
All right. We'll see you tomorrow, Lunchbox.
All right, bye.
All right, there he is. Our guy. Spending the night in Iowa. Remember, didn't he think there are going to be so many listeners outside?
Yes. I mean, he still thinks maybe that car that pulled up was a listener.
Yeah,
Creeping up on him.
Could have been anybody.
Anyone.
It could have been like, maybe people got out. He never saw them got out, and he just thought they're sitting in this car.
I got a few things to talk about in the next segment. One, something happened to me this morning on the way to work that I am now, I'm convinced today is going to be an awful day.
Uh-oh.
That's one. Two, I was scheduled to do something today, and I just got told that it said, hey, come and speak to us about A, but then they told me what I'm really talking about. And I'm like, wait, that's not what I agreed to. I'm going to give you this situation. And I have a big announcement from yesterday as well. All right, thank you guys. Back in a second.
Get your Bobby Bones on.
The Bobby Bones Show.
show.
Well, I was driving to work this morning. Got a speeding ticket.
Oh, no.
I haven't had a speeding ticket in 15, 20 years. I don't speed.
Oh, well, I guess you do. How fast were you going?
Well, here's what happened. I was driving to work on the interstate. Apparently, there's about a 3-mile stretch of that goes 75, 55, back to 75.
That's right, it does.
I got pulled over doing 75.
On a 55?
Which Eddie had no idea. I drive it every morning.
Yeah, I know right where you got it. Because same thing, I know right where you got it because I saw someone getting a ticket yesterday and I thought, I had no idea. I look and I see it's 55
either.
and I was going 80.
Citizen's arrest.
Yeah.
On you.
Well, no, but I thought it was 75.
Me too. And I don't ever even on 70 go over 75.
Wow.
Yeah.
I haven't had a ticket maybe 20 years.
That's right
And
there.
they've been out this week, too, in that spot.
Yeah, they have.
Got nailed with
Right
one.
there by that Cracker Barrel, I bet.
That's right.
So I have a 75 and a 55. Didn't even know it was 55. I don't speed.
What'd you say? Is that what you said? Officer, I didn't know.
They don't give a crap.
They don't. They really don't.
I was just trying to get him back, let him go deal with bigger problems.
Oh.
He was like, where are you going? And it's early in the morning. I was like, to work? He's like, let me give you a ticket. All right. And goodbye him. He did it quick, gave me a ticket, and sent me on my way. But my insurance was 6 months expired. And my thing, and he was like,
boy.
hey, your insurance just expired. Like, take a screenshot of it and send it to you or something. I don't know.
What's happened to you, man?
You're such a
Speeding,
rebel.
insurance expired?
Bad boy.
Who are you?
It's expired during Corona. I think we should probably give me a little grace on that one.
You're right. You're right.
But I do need to get it updated. I just don't. I'm embarrassed because I never speed.
Did you say that to him?
No, he doesn't give a crap. He wasn't in the mood for me.
You didn't try to cry?
No, he wasn't in the. And I had a mask on, so any emotion that I was showing him in my mouth, because I did sometimes I pout my mouth. I'd be like,
Pull that lower lip out.
So did he have a mask on?
Yeah.
Okay.
He pulled his neck gaiter up.
Oh, cool.
And then I had a mask on the car. He goes, okay, would you mind putting your mask on? And I was like, Corona's a hoax.
Oh, you told him that?
No.
Oh my gosh.
So he's like, you can take driver's ed, or you can just take the points. And what the crap does that even mean? Because I don't know. I don't speed. Is there not like a speeding angel that goes, psst, officer, he never speeds. He loves the police.
Yeah, I would think so.
You
They
should
have
just
that on
let him
record.
off on this one. He'll learn his lesson with the. So the driver's license point system is, if you accumulate a total of 6 points within 12 months, they will send you a point accumulation advisory. If you accumulate 12 or more points in 12 months, your driving privilege may be suspended. But how many points did I get?
Oh.
Let's see. Mike, how many points did I lose?
So these are negative points.
Yeah.
And you're only allowed how many? 9 before you get
12?
your
12.
Woo.
So I lost 4 points? Who cares?
You're good.
Party on, baby.
Yeah, you're good.
I'm going to speed today just for fun now.
To get more points.
We're doing a thing.
Like, this is a fun game.
We're doing a thing with Nissan Rogue where we're going rogue, like on the show, like doing things to go rogue.
Okay.
Here we go. I'm already starting the bit early.
This is it.
I'm going rogue.
Hey, did you get puckered when the lights came on?
No.
Did you
You
think
didn't?
it wasn't for you?
No.
Were you like, oh, I better get over?
No, I knew
None
it
of
was
the
for
above.
me. I was just on the interstate, so I thought, why am I getting pulled over on the interstate? Did I lose my license plate? Is one of my lights out?
Oh, yeah.
And then I was like, where do I pull over? Do I need to get off on a road and then pull over?
Wait, you don't even know how to pull over
I
on
do,
it?
but there
Oh.
were cones. There were road cones on the side of
Oh.
that. And so, but he pulled over and he could see that I was in. I was like, I obviously did it wrong. So he did a little thing where he swerved over to the shoulder, and I went, okay, he wants me to do that. So I just pulled over, and it's great.
Okay, good.
And I sent Scuba Steve early this morning. I sent him a message because I go, hey man, I might be a little late. I'm with the Popos.
Been
A
there.
little trouble with the law right now.
Oh, it's tough being a rebel, guys.
Oh yeah, man.
You know,
Speeding.
that is a lot though. How much is this ticket?
Nothing if you go defensive driving.
Who has time for that?
You do.
How
Man,
how long is this gonna take?
all
me?
day.
I don't have an all day.
Or you used to be able to get the funny DVDs.
Yeah, man. Where they have a comedian do the class.
I am a comedian.
It's not that funny though. But
Isn't that?
no.
Could I?
And free pizza.
Could I? Listen, I am big on the economy. Could I help our local economy by paying someone to do the class for me?
Interesting. Giving someone a job.
That's not legal.
I'm already breaking the law. I might as well double down.
Yeah, that's the
Great.
idea.
This is going to be the thing when you run for governor that comes up.
I don't care.
He went
when I run for
20
governor, they've got 20 years of radio shows to go back and peel dumb things I've said. I am absolutely prepared for that. So bring it. And also a different state. Who cares? I would never do this in Arkansas. But I did, I think when a cop pulls you over, I showed him my hands. I mean, I didn't put them up over my head.
Right.
But I make sure he can see my hands all the time.
Correct.
So he never, because every time a cop pulls someone over, their life is literally at risk. You never know what kind of knucklehead can be in a car. And I just wanted to prove to him I was not a knucklehead. I made no sudden movements. I was like, hey, I'm going to grab my insurance. And so I was very respectful. I think we all should be respectful. But I text Caitlin. I was like, I got a ticket. Today's going to suck because it's early. And I just know it's going to be a bad day.
Well, what'd she say?
Two things. Let's see.
You're a bad boy.
This is what I said. I said I was doing 75 on the interstate. She goes, how do you get a ticket for doing 75 on the interstate? I said, apparently there's like a tenth of a mile that's 55. And so she goes, oh, I'm sorry, that's so sucky. I said, I can already tell this isn't going to be a good day. She said, from the ticket? I said, from all of it. The ticket, there was no milk this morning.
You started piling it up.
Yeah. I was like, today's already stinking. I said, we're going nowhere fast.
It's overcast outside. Everything.
She said, I'll make sure we have milk tomorrow. I love you so much. I'm thankful for your hard work. And so that was the end of that text message. And then she said later on, right as the Lunchbox segment was ending, she said, hey, is someone supposed to be at our house?
Uh-oh.
She said, either birds keep flying into our windows or there's someone banging. And now I said, we have cameras all over the property. So I checked, we have, I think, like 24 cameras that kind of go through all the space. So I checked every single, it's like, there's nobody there. She was like, is there a ghost banging on our house? She's not listening to the show.
Uh-oh.
So did they like text our cousins that live here?
Yeah.
And now they're banging my house?
They're like, the Bobby Bone shows won't leave us alone.
Anyway, I got a ticket. Yesterday, I got to announce my new children's book that will be coming out. It is about my dog, Stanley. I've already written it. I'm with an illustrator now who's drawing it. The actual first picture we can put up is on my Instagram now, Mr. Bobby Bones. And so I'm just super pumped that HarperCollins gave me another book deal. And so it says, the multimedia personality just announced his plans to release Stanley the dog and his first day of school. So it's going to be about how just because you don't fit in immediately doesn't mean you don't have a place. Because Stanley's an awkward-looking dog. He's had a bunch of medical issues. And his story and my story combined was kind of the reason to make this book. We're going to do a lot with dog charities because of this book. But I'm very excited for you guys to be able to see it. It may be a little bit before it comes out. But they announced it yesterday on some book website. So I was like, oh, I'll tell my people then.
Awesome.
But I'm very excited about Stanley the dog and his first day of school. Especially a lot of kids go through their early stages of school where they don't fit in or they don't feel like they do. And this is Stanley's story. He doesn't fit in either with the St. Bernards. He ain't big enough. With the poodles, they're a little snooty. So it's just a whole story.
It's funny.
You'll see. I don't want to ruin it all. Hey, spoiler alert, he lives.
Oh, I hope so. I would be so mad at you as a parent if I got through this whole awesome book and then something happened.
Hey, he's had so many medical issues. You never know. There's that. I got an email saying, hey, what is your favorite song on the radio right now? Which about every couple of months I have a new favorite song. I'm going to play my new favorite song right now. It's not even a new song, but it's the one that now I'm kind of like, because it plays more and more. Do you like that song that goes, some girls, some girls, some girls. Yeah.
That's a good one.
They go home to mom.
Some girls.
Yeah.
Some girls. Yeah. So that's my favorite song right now. I want to play it for you. It's by a guy named Jamison Rogers, who I was just told confirmed for our St. Jude Radiothon. So I'm pretty pumped about that in December. Here you go. Some Girls, Bobby Bones Show.